You on your deathbed, or you taking your last breath, and you thinking back about your life, you do not want to have no type of regrets. When that movie called Your Life plays, and it's in fast forward, and you're seeing everything that you did, all the memories you made, all the decisions you made, what mattered, what you put your energy towards, that's gonna be the most realest moment you've ever experienced. Probably that's like, but at that point you would be clocking out, so you don't want that to be you.
Hey shorties, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please do me a big favor and click that subscribe button. If you're not new here, you're probably like, girl, where have you been? Like, I've been MIA when it comes to YouTube. Like, I just randomly pop my little random videos in. But when it comes to actual content and videos that, that I'm putting together, it's been a while. It's been a while. I've really been drowning, literally, like, been trying to get my life together, been in survival mode, been trying to get a lot of things right. But I'm here today, and I'm really excited because I'm about to get into the 90-day lock-in, right? From October to January, we about to lock in. We about to do everything that we said we was about to do, right? I'm about to get into everything. They lock-in is, what a lock-in is, period. Because some of you are probably like, what is that? Like, what are y'all talking about when y'all talking about y'all about to lock in? Like, what do y'all mean by that, right? I'm about to tell y'all how y'all can lock in. Yeah, I'm about to get into everything, and I'm really excited because this is like a new leaf, y'all. This is generally like a new chapter, and I'm really excited because to me this is a bridge between my current reality and the reality that I'm about to go into, the reality that's in my head that I'm bringing into light. It's like a transitioning period. I get into the 90-day lock-in. When you think of your future reality, right? When you think of your highest version, when you think of the reality that you want your current reality to align with, right? You think of all of those things, right? And then when you compare it to your current reality, I guess locking in refers to doing the things that you need to do, doing all those steps that you need to do, because at the end of the day, we know what we need to do. Like, our intuitions, we don't give our intuitions a lot of credit. We tell ourselves exactly, like, if we get our visions, think about it, if we get the vision of a reality that doesn't exist yet, right? And we get this insight that we could do certain things unique to us, right? Think of everything that you see. All of these things are manifestations. It started with somebody's thought, right? That they brought into fruition. So if we could think about these things that we know that we can achieve, it's already implanted into our head for a reason. We are equipped for success. We already know what we have to do. We know the steps that we need to take. We see the whole vision, and we see the path that we have to take, right? We always know what we need to do. So I guess locking in is just doing the things that you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do them, because you know it's going to help you get to where you want to get to. And I guess the 90-day lock-in, right? When you really think about it, it's not just, some people might think, why are people doing 90-day lock-ins? To me, I feel like we should always do 90-day lock-in, because when you think about it, right, there's 12 months in a year. You break that down, 90 days is 3 months, right? So you could do that 4 times in a year, and you could even break it down into the season. So we're always going through seasons in our life. So I feel like we're always going through little periods of we have certain goals that we're achieving, that we want to achieve, and certain times in our life where our energy is more focused on other things. Like, our missions are our mission might be slightly different than it was 4 seasons ago. We might be in a whole different spot. So we're constantly evolving, we're constantly changing, we're always going through changes, and we're always going through seasons. So this lock-in season is especially important. And if y'all see me looking down, I got this little notebook that I had to make sure, because listen, I'm pretty sure I got ADHD. So when it comes to thinking about things and talking about things, I'll be all over the place. And not that I have like a script or anything, but I just wanted to make sure that, this video was organized, because overall, we are getting our life together. We are getting our shit right. We're getting our shit organized, okay? We finna lock in, for real, for real. Why I feel like I need to lock in, right? Why I'm going to take on this 90-day lock-in, this specific period, right? To where it's like, I'm specifically planning this out. Like, I feel like this year, at the end of the day, it's no bad. Things happen for us. They don't happen to us, right? And I feel like this year was like a year of a lot of trials, a lot of lessons. I had to go through a lot of the bad, but really it was just a lot of character development. But I feel like when it comes to like my goals and certain things that I wanted to do, at the end of the day, not all of it is the process. Some of it was me. Sometimes you have to hold yourself accountable, and you have to ask yourself, what role do I have to play with these things that are happening? Am I self-sabotaging myself? Are there more things that I could be doing? What are the patterns that I'm noticing? And so a lot of the goals that I said that I wanted to do, I found myself self-sabotaging. So the things that I wanted to accomplish this year, I feel like I didn't really accomplish. So I feel like this period, like, things are getting amped up a notch. Like, this the last, like, you shouldn't really think too much about the time, but if you're trying to achieve things, life is like a game, so you should at least try to make it fun, and you should try to at least organize the game and play it how you like. And the way I do it, I'm looking at the years, and I'm looking at them as milestones. I'm looking at things to look back at, because every year to me is like a chapter. When I look at my life, life is not something slight to me. Like, I don't look at things on a surface level. To me, this is a big opportunity, and it's like, hey, what are you going to do with this opportunity? When you look back, when it's your last day, everybody has a last day. So when it's your last day, and let's say you on your deathbed, or you taking your last breath, and you thinking back about your life, you do not want to have no type of regrets. When that movie called Your Life plays, and it's in fast forward, and you're seeing everything that you did, all the memories you made, all the decisions you made, what mattered, what you put your energy towards, that's gonna be the most realest moment you've ever experienced. Probably that's like at that point you would be clocking out. So you don't want that to be you. And when I think of my life, I want my story to be orchestrated the way that I want to. I'm an artist, right? So I want to paint my life. If you look at the palette of being, then it kind of taps into this a little bit. We're all given these palettes, right? And they have colors, basically these shades that have been, I guess, formulated from previous generations, previous people, right? We can create our own colors based off of the decisions and the things that we do, down to our manifestations and all, right? And then it passes on to the next generation and the next people to come. So the things that you're doing affect somebody else that doesn't even know you. Even so, if you think you don't matter, you do. You do. Like, every single thing you do, down to watching this video. So basically, I want to make sure that when I'm looking back at 2025, right, and I'm looking at the story of my life, like, yeah, that shit was pretty rough. That shit was pretty rough. That shit was a lot of tears. That shit was a lot of pain. But damn, that ending, the way I was able to just, like, alchemize that energy, alchemize that situation, and just transform and just elevate, the way I was able to do that, like, I want to be able to look at that. Why should people feel like they should lock in? When you find yourself going through patterns, when you're feeling uncomfortable with your situation, when you're looking at your reality, and it's not seeming like you don't want to do this forever. You're looking at your job, and you're like, damn, I don't want to be clocking in, clocking out. Like, for the rest of my life, I'm not doing nothing with my money. I'm just fucking going to the club every weekend, fucking spending my money on bullshit, like, just doing nothing with my life. Like, all the things I said I wanted to do, the things that are instilled in me. Damn, I wanted to be an actor. I haven't even, like, all I'm doing is clocking in this job. I haven't been doing nothing pertaining to acting. When most of the time we feel these feelings of depression, most of the time we feel uneasy, we feel these low vibrations because we're not doing the things that we want to do, the things that we love to do. Like, it does not have to be difficult. Work with yourself, but at the end of the day, the duality of life, there's a sacrifice. So you do have to put energy. You do have to put sweat. You want muscles? You're gonna have to go through the pain of going to the gym and lifting the weights and, you know, putting a sweat or two in, like. But at the end of the day, that's the process. When you think about the metamorphosis of a butterfly, that's the process. That's what comes with life. And that's why I said these things don't happen to you. They happen for you. It's for your better good. You're supposed to use it for fuel. Most of the time when we feel these are negative emotions, it's because we're not doing the things that we love to do. So it's our soul. Like, our soul is what's really trying to guide us. So our soul is always pulling towards the things that we want to do. And it's always dropping hints, right? So that's why you have to pay attention to how things make you feel, right? That's your biggest compass. Just pay attention. You are your biggest tool for real. Like, you're all you need for real. All you have to do is use your intuition as your compass, right? What feels good, what doesn't feel good, what should you be doing, what shouldn't you be. That little voice that say, hey, maybe I should go do this, maybe I should go do that. Like, the little voice that told me, like, man, I was supposed to make this video yesterday, but I was really tired, which is understandable. But I'm like, bro, I have to make it today because it's about to be the first. People need to see this, right? And I need to hop on this as well, and I need to do this and then hop on my workout, do my little spiritual bath, get that content in. Like, I have to make sure this is my deadline, right? And it's like, bro, I had to push myself. Like, the fact that I'm like, now I feel so much more comfortable, but I had to push myself to do this. And it's like I had anxiety because I wasn't doing it. It was in my head. I felt like I had to do it. And who knows what could come out of this? Who knows? Well, I know. But who else knows what's to come out of this, right? After these 90 days, after this video, like, you know, just follow. You are your own guide. Just follow that voice, follow that compass. And when we feel these feelings, it's because we're not doing what we need to do. So at the end of the day, it can even come down to that. You need to lock in for you. You're not locking in for nobody else. You're not locking in for no guy to make him want you. You're not locking in for no female so that she could be jealous of you. You're not locking in for no social media audience so that they can think that you have some type of status that you don't have. You're locking in for you so that you can do the things that you want to do, and you can be in that reality and experience those things that you want to experience. Now we about to get into how to lock in. And and I'm gonna give y'all a step-by-step process, right? I'm about to get into the nitty-gritty, okay? I broke it down into 4 steps, very attainable. I know how to be, okay? Especially with ADHD, attention span, I know how to be. So I broke it down to where it's like, okay, everybody, we could be on the same page, okay? Same vibration, okay? We could elevate together. Step 1, give yourself a reality check. I'm talking about, this is not the time. I know when we trying to manifest our reality, we gotta be delusional, but this is not the time to be delusional, okay? But this is not the time to beat yourself up either, okay? It's a healthy level to this, okay? Give yourself a reality check though. Look around. Where are you? You can start with that. Where are you? Where do you live? Like even like it might seem like a simple question, simple things, but just literally like as if you were some type of caseworker coming into your life, right? To examine your life. Where do you live? Who do you stay with? How is your environment like? How does your environment make you feel? What are the things on a daily that are throwing you off? Do you work? Is money a problem? Like, are you working a job that you don't like? What is your reality? Are you constantly drinking your problems away? Or like, what is your reality? I'm talking about the undesirable. I'm talking about just how it is. Do not, if you fucking with a nigga that's been fucking with 5 bitches every 2 business days or every 2 weeks, it's time to add that to the reality check too. You're dealing with somebody and you're lowering your standards. Let's just be real here. It's very important to think about this part too. That's why I mentioned, like, if you're dealing with somebody that's, you know, not for you, what throws you off? What are the things that y'all been, you know, arguing about? What have you been struggling with? What are the boundaries you've been struggling to keep? What are the things that you have just been like settling for? Like, but most importantly, what throws you off? What throws you off? What throws your energy off? And if you don't know what throws your energy off, this is a good time to sit and reflect and think of all the times that you've gotten out of character. Think of all the times that you've reacted a certain way. Think about it. What threw you off? Now, step 1 is doing a reality check, and also at this point practicing mindfulness. To even get into this, you need to go in with the idea that you are going to be mindful as much as you can. We're not perfect, but as much as you can, because moving forward, now that you have already thought about what threw you off or the things that you don't like, you have to constantly pay attention to what you don't like, so you can think about how you could change it right immediately, so that you can shape your reality, right? So, and not in that way, because you shouldn't like constantly, oh, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this. But if there's things that you don't like, don't just ignore it and sweep it under and just accept that as your reality. You staying somewhere you don't need to stay, oh yeah, nah, I need to get up out of here. Okay, so I need to lock in. I need to make sure that I'm doing this, I'm doing that, so that I can get out of there. Make sure you're mindful about it. Don't, oh no, I can stay here for six to 8 months. No, reality is, I gotta get up out of here. This is, at this point, I should, you know, I need to get my shit. I need to get my shit and go ahead and go somewhere else. Step 2.
What did I put? I swear God, I can't understand my handwriting.
Where do you want to be, and how does your higher version look like? Where do you want to be, and how does your higher version look like? Disclaimer, there's no limits, okay? So before you go into this and you shape your reality and shape where you want to be and what your highest version looks like, it doesn't have to be what already exists. It doesn't have to be based off somebody else's model. You could be doing, your reality could be something that doesn't even seem realistic, right? Like in this reality, it gotta be somewhat realistic, you know, like nothing too crazy, because there has to be some type of strategy. Aim high. That's all I'm gonna say. Aim high. Aim high, okay? What does your dream reality, ideal reality look like? How does your highest version look like? I'm talking about physically. I'm talking about, get real specific. I'm talking about physically. I'm talking about what does he or she eat? What does he or she do? What does their day look like? Try this. Go into ChatGPT, right? And tell them, hey, this is my highest version. What would a person like this, what would they do in their day? What are some things that they like to do? If you really want to get some more ideas, where are the places you want to travel to? How many bedrooms you want your house to be? Where do you want your house to be? You want it in Canada, or you want it in like Nigeria, like, or you want it in Greece, or you want all? Oh, okay. So you wanted 2 in Nigeria. Oh, okay. You could get what you want now. I don't know if anybody told you that, but here's a little secret. You can get whatever you want. You can get whatever you want. So aim high. This sounds like a TED talk for real. Real deal. This is not the time to shortcut. We're not in school. Well, you might be in school.
If you're in school, I just want to say I'm really proud of you for like catching on so young, but also don't know what you want, but enjoy your childhood. Enjoy your childhood. Things are gonna get kind of a little bit serious, but not too much. But enjoy where you're at right now, okay? You can kind of like experiment right now. You can kind of like, you have some leeway to just, you know, enjoy right now, not really having to worry so much. But it's good that you already know what you want.
So yeah, like think about, like even down to like I'm talking, visualize very specific details about your future. Visualize the type of clothes you'll be wearing, the type of people that will be in your life, the type of things that you'll be doing. Get really, really specific. After you've got this idea of what do you want and how does your higher vision look like, now write it down, right? Write your life out, plan your life out, right? Break it down. I'm talking about break it down now into these big goals. I want a 6-bedroom mansion, or I want to be able to be financially free, or don't even say I want, say I am or I will. You can say those ones because we're affirming this reality. Break it down into bigger goals, into bigger life goals. Step 3, break those down. Now those goals, now that we have an idea of our reality and we've broken down into, okay, this is our big goals, our big picture goals is what we call these, all right? Now we're going to break those down into small. If you haven't, like, I know it's October, but listen, like I told you earlier, it's not too late. We constantly doing lock-ins. You can always plan out your year. If you didn't write no goals for this year, it's not too late to do so. You can still do that. It's not too late to achieve those things, okay? So if you haven't already thought about what you want to do, and what you really want to accomplish out of those bigger life goals. So basically what we're doing is every year out of those bigger life goals, we're breaking it down, and every year we're tackling a few things that help us with those goals, right? And then once we have our yearly goals and things that we want to do for that year, that's when it goes into those 90-day periods, because now we're going to break it down into little increments. Basically for these 90 days, out of the goals that you wanted to achieve for this year, I want you to pick a couple of those. Probably pick like 3, 4, nothing too crazy. Pick a couple of those goals. So for example, if your goal was to get your body right, to get in the gym, get your body right, that was one goal. Second goal was to get a car, and your third goal was to say be a consistent content creator. And these are actually kind of my goals, but we're gonna get into that. So if you had like 10 yearly goals and these were on your list, pick those 3 goals and you're gonna focus on these for these 90 days. When you're planning your 90-day lock-in, you're gonna take these goals and you're gonna break them down into even smaller steps. What are the things that I'm going to have to do to get my body right and to get to this ideal weight? What are the things I'm gonna have to do to get an apartment? Okay, if I want to get an apartment 3 months from now, I'm gonna have to save this amount of money. Boom, break that down into a smaller goal. If I want to make this amount of money, how much money do I already make? Okay, how can I increase my income? What's the way that I can make sure that I have this money by the end? Okay, now what is something that I'm for sure gonna make sure that I'm doing, right? And when you get to 90 days, I suggest breaking it down month by month. So whatever you're gonna do in October, do in October. Whatever you're gonna do in November, do in November. But at the same time, there's some goals that you just overall working on like throughout. So if your goal is to get an apartment, now you're breaking that down into smaller goals, all right? So I have to make this amount of money every week. Okay, how am I going to make this money? Okay, I'm going to go donate plasma. Okay, so you're going to make sure that you are donating plasma 2 times a week for every day in this 90-day period. That's a part of your things. That's how you're going to get your apartment after the 90 days. Boom, your goal is to get a specific body type, right? By these 90 days, my yearly goal was to get a specific body type. I'm going to accomplish that within these 90 days for this period, for this season. Boom, for these 90 days, I'm going to reach this body type. What am I have to do? What am I right now? And how can I attain that? I'm going to have to go to the gym this amount of times. I'm going to have to eat this type of food with these amount of nutrition facts. Boom. Now you just keep breaking it down into smaller steps. That's how you do it. That's how you achieve your goals. You just keep breaking it down into smaller steps. So now a part of your 90 days might be, okay, I have to go to the gym 5 times a week if I want to get this body type by the end of it. So now that's how we're breaking it down, and these are the things that we're going to do. So we have the idea of our reality that we want in the future. We have broken that down into smaller steps. We have planned out which goals we're going to tackle for this period, and now we're going to tackle it. And that leads us on to step 4. So this is right where October 1st come in. When your alarm comes off, when you say you wanted to get on the schedule, start getting more rest, so your skin can start looking better, and you could get less bags, right? Because that was a part of your goal, is for your skin to get right. When you wake up in the morning, it's time to execute that schedule that you formulated. that checklist that you already, when you planned your week out, because that's another thing I highly suggest. So plan out overall what you're going to do for the 90 days, and then when it comes to the month, plan your month out, right, and overall, and then when it comes to the week, really break it down off of your monthly goals. Like this month, I got to make sure I do this. So this week, what are some small steps that I could do? It even comes down to today. What is one thing that I could do? I could work out. That's one step that I could do to lead me closer to my goal, my weekly goal of 5 times a week, and my monthly goal of just, you know, I guess the process is just a matter of breaking it down. Disclaimer: when you're doing, I just gotta give y'all a disclaimer. When you, for your 90-day fast, even if you fall, even if you mess up, I'm talking about snooze your alarm one morning. Don't say that you just gonna never wake up early again. If you say you was gonna work out 5 times a week, and you missed one day because you fell asleep because you was so tired that day, don't the next day beat yourself up about it and, oh my God, I said I was gonna do this and then I just broke my streak. I can't even, fuck it, I'm not going to the gym today too. You know what, fuck it, I'm not going to the gym ever again. You know what, fuck my whole goal just because I didn't go to the gym one time. Show yourself grace. Push yourself, you feel me? Like, push yourself to your goal. Do what you have to do. Be a little bit uncomfortable. Push yourself a little bit more every time. But if you fall, that's okay. That's a part of the process. Every time you fall, you're learning something new. Every time you fall, you low-key getting a little bit stronger. You know that, right? Because you're getting back up. And you're building that muscle of getting back up. And now it's becoming a habit to get back up. If you get back up. If you fall, then that's going to become a habit too. And that's a whole nother conversation. Now you are learning to quit on yourself. Now you're learning to quit on your goals. Now you're not learning resilience. Now you're not learning to push through. So even if you fall, that's okay. At the end of the day, every step you take is a step forward. If it's a baby that's learning to walk, just because they wobble with one step and it wasn't no, like they fall, what you gonna tell them? Okay, forget to learn how to walk. Don't go get that over there. No. If I say I want to walk across this room, right? And let's say I've been laying down for months or whatever, my legs haven't really been working, whatever the case may be, right? And I take one step and then I fall. What am I gonna do? Say that I'm not gonna walk across the room? No, I'm gonna get up. Yeah, I'm wobbling. I'm gonna take another step. And if I fall again, I'm gonna get up again. And guess what? Take another step. Now I'm getting stronger. Now I'm taking more steps. And guess what? At the end of the day, the more times I'm getting up, I'm still getting closer to my goal. I'm still making progress because I'm getting up. But if I'm deciding to fall and I'm deciding not to keep moving forward, I'm not gonna make no progress. There's no use in quitting, especially when it's things you want to do. It's gonna bother you if you don't do it anyway, so you might as well just keep pushing towards it. Like, when you think about what's gonna feel worse, yeah, not being perfect and not doing things perfectly and falling sometimes when you don't achieve your goal of things that you really want to do, and it being a bumpy road or giving up, but you end up achieving it. Oh, what's gonna feel worse? Not doing nothing, the things that you really want to do, not taking no initiatives, and it's like you're not making no steps, you're completely giving up. Like, what's gonna feel better? Because on this side, you could actually reach that finish line. If you keep walking, you gonna reach that finish line. It's inevitable. Like, you keep climbing that mountain, you gonna reach that peak. It's always gonna be another mountain to climb, of course, but with this mountain, for this goal, it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy. But if you equip yourself for success, and you push through and you affirm yourself, and that's going to lead me to the next disclaimer. Affirmations and gratitude, none of these things that you're doing are not going to work if without affirmations and without gratitude most especially, right? The things you don't want, think about what you're going to replace them with. The things that you do have, be grateful for that. Be grateful for the process. Be grateful for the things that are actually working. Be grateful for the future that is yet to come. Feel that gratitude for the future that's yet to come. Feel the gratitude for that process. The fact that you're working towards that, right? The fact that you're even capable of doing stuff to get to somewhere else. Like, we should be grateful for that. The fact, like, yeah, it's work, but like, that's the game of life. Like, we should be grateful that we're able to say, hey, I want this, but I just have to do this, and there's a steps. Most of the things you want to do, there's steps for it. Like, there's probably somebody that did it, or if there's nobody that did it, you already got the steps. They're already in you. You know what to do, and that's how you thought about it. You're gonna be that first person to do it. That's why you thought about it. So you don't doubt yourself. You already know what to do. And affirmations, affirming yourself of the reality that is yours. Just because you don't see it don't mean it's yours. Yeah, you've been doubting yourself. Yeah, you've been, stumbling a little bit, but that don't mean that reality is not yours. And that's when I should have been said that. That's one of the most important things. You have to already know that's yours. You have to already know that reality is yours. You have to already know that your highest version is your highest version. That's you. You need to already know that's not no like makeup, that's not no imaginary person, that's not somebody that doesn't exist. That's you. If you do what you need to do, like do those steps so that you can align with that reality. You have to align your frequency with that reality, and a part of aligning your frequency with that reality is examining what does that reality look like, what does that frequency look like, and it really starts with step one. What does my reality look like now? What does it look like, and what do I want? Do the things that your future self would be doing. But anyways, y'all, that concludes my TED Talk. That concludes my little discussion about the 30-day lock-in. If y'all want to drop down in the comments any comments that y'all have about this 90-day lock-in, things that y'all will be doing for this lock-in, maybe some goals that you have for your future, your reality, some things that you want to check off, or anything that you would like to say, you can just drop that below. But I just want to say, we got this, y'all, okay? It's not too overcomplicated. It's just a matter of doing the things that you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do them, right? And even if it's not when you're going to say you do them, as long as you're doing them, you, at the end of the day, you know what you have to do to get to where you need to get to. So just do those things. Just lock in. Be easy with yourself at the same time, but still hold yourself accountable and push yourself towards those goals. Like, we got this, y'all. I'm gonna give y'all a virtual hug, and I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope this was able to, you know, kind of inspire y'all or push y'all, motivate y'all to want to do this, or even to just accomplish one goal, something. I just hope you gain something from out of it. And if you like these videos, a lot more is going to come, because like I said, I'm going to get into the content more, for real. Like, y'all haven't seen me in a while. So if you like these videos, or just overall like my energy, my personality, do me a big favor and subscribe, like this video, comment, share. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, y'all. Now.